Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Friday sit rep. First things first, yes, Dan and I did make it back stateside after a brief delay in New York City, but hey, there's worse places you could get stuck. Tank Fest in general was absolutely awesome. We had a total blast being over there, gave some cool presentations, and obviously saw a lot of really awesome stuff. You can bet that we will be back in some form in 2024, but a huge thank you to the Tank Museum for hooking us up and getting us set up over there, because it was quite a trip. Like I said, we saw a lot of really cool stuff, and I would highly recommend, if you ever get the chance to head on over to the UK for Tank Fest, I would definitely recommend doing so at some point. For fans of any form of armor, it's definitely a bucket list item. So as I said, we hope to be returning in 2024. Stay tuned for more news when it comes to that event. Otherwise, we got a lot to get to this week. First thing I want to say though, I know we've been doing a lot of the limited edition pre-orders, which are only available during their initial production run. However, there is another chance to get your hands on them at our retail stores. So each one of our stores will get an allotment of those limited edition pre-orders once they are ready to ship out. They'll be on the shelves and available there. So if you're planning on making a trip somewhere where we've got a location, or if you're a local and can swing by the store, remember to just give them a call and they can always hold them aside for you so you can come in and pick those up and get your hands on those awesome things. We also still have a sale going on. So we've got the promo code JUL15, which will get you 15% off all ready to ship items. That sale wraps up on Monday. We also got some new releases. We got a new Cold War U.S. Army rifleman with that perfect caliber brick arms and the custom created gas mask. We also have a new 3D printed item, which is the Delta Force helmet. So that is available now as a standalone accessory. And then of course, the stuff you guys are always waiting for, and that is the new limited edition pre-order, which we'll get to in a second. And then we've also got the battle box, which if you're familiar with Brickmania kits of the past, every once in a while they'll combine pieces of artillery, some minifigures into a battle box so that you're already mock ready, so to speak. And so we've done that here with the Nebelwerfer and the M1A1 howitzer. Those do come with minifigures as well. Nice little price point for starting. They make excellent gifts. That's one of the things that I've been hearing from people about being excited with those Brickmania classics returning, is that they're great stocking stuffers, great for presents, birthdays, etc. So make sure to pick that up. Otherwise, that's enough rambling from me. Let's head on into the design room and take a little closer look at this week's featured items. All right, more dark green. Everybody gets excited when they see this, especially in these small vehicles coming with some decked out minifigures. This is still a prototype, but we wanted to check it out because I got Andreas here in the design studio to talk a little bit more about the Urban Combat SUV. Tell me what's going on here, my man.
Yeah, so this is basically a pickup truck SUV. So you got everything you need for like an urban combat vehicle. Mm-hmm. If there's some action happening like in the middle of a town or in the city, you don't want to be driving around in Humvees or tanks because they're not very maneuverable.
Hard to fit on city streets.
This is super fast, very easy to turn around, quick corners, and so this one is better for an urban combat situation. This one is used all over the world, particularly in Europe. I think this is a German car, and a lot of different nations have been using this vehicle. So you got a lot of your standard Brickmania features here. You got opening doors, and just like the real vehicle, you have room for 4 minifigures in there. Mm-hmm. So
they fit nicely too.
Oh yeah, just gotta readjust the arms. Make sure the arm is don't crash into the windscreen here. Mm-hmm. Then it fits all right in there. So you have room for 4. That's the same as the real vehicle, because you'd think maybe there was 3 seats in the back, but the middle seat is taken out and it's got a weapons rack instead.
That makes sense.
So 4 guys in there, easily accessible roof. So you can put all of your 4 minifigures in here, very easy to take in and out. This is going to come with some kind of generic special forces guys, so that you can use them for whatever nation you want.
Beautiful.
I've seen this in Ukraine, in Germany, Norway, of course, Netherlands. Very popular vehicle. So
a little something for everyone.
Yeah, very safe to go with some special forces guys who are kind of generic. Use them for whatever you want. So you got a rack up here with a shovel and some utensils there. So all the equipment you need. You got an opening back door here. Just gotta be careful not to break this, but there you go.
Sweet.
Just like the real thing, there's a double folded one. So the tail folds back here, and you can access all of your vehicle, all your inside of here. You have a couple of clips, so you can put in some weapons, and there's also room for a couple of guys in there if you want to put that in there. So there's going to be some printed parts. Gonna have a printed license plate and some engine details here. So pretty exciting stuff.
Once again, a nice compact build with a whole bunch of stuff going on. You're making a name for yourself doing packing a whole bunch of that going on into these little vehicles here, which is just awesome to see. Looking forward to seeing those figures and obviously the completed kit once it's ready to head to retail stores. So.
Yeah, this is still a prototype, so it's due for a couple changes, but I think it's going to be pretty much what you're seeing here, and on the renders, of course, is what you get.
Fantastic as always, my man. Thank you for checking in.
Thank you.
And the third one, and my personal favorite, this one is brand new. It's the Nebelwerfer Plus American Howitzer pack.
Okay.
And you get 2 figures with this set. So it's very value for money. It's the best deal you can get at Brickmania. Brand new design for the Howitzer. Almost brand new design for the Nebelwerfer. So a perfect starter kit for all ages.
Awesome. Gotta love to see the return of battle packs because that's something definitely from a bygone era of Brickmania.
Really cool. And of course, together they make the perfect super battle pack.
Look at that. See, parents, if you're watching this, that could be Christmas right there. Just go ahead and scoop them up and you're going to make everyone happy.
There's more coming, so if you like this, let us know and we'll make more.
There you have it. Stay tuned for more updates on the Brickmania Classic Series. Otherwise, as always, Andrea, thanks for checking in.
See you next time.
All right, so that'll just about do it for me here on a Friday. We do still have some events coming up around the corner, the first of which is Brick Fair Virginia, which is obviously out near our Chantilly location. They're literally in the same spot, as a matter of fact. So we're going to have some fun out there. We've got some new exclusives that will be debuting that week at the store. We'll also have quite a crew out there. Dan will be out there, Andreas will all be back stateside for Brick Fair Virginia. So if you're on the fence about making the trip, I would definitely book your passes now and plan to be there because it's going to be awesome. Not to mention there's a whole bunch of awesome fan creations and mocks to see from a whole variety of different interests. So it's definitely worth the trip for that alone. And then, of course, if you're a Brickmaniac, you get to see the crew there as well. And then there's also Tank Farm, which I believe will be represented by some of the crew from the Chantilly store. That's down in Nokesville. So if you want America's version of Tank Fest, if you will, on a slightly smaller scale, but still just as awesome, make sure to check that out. They've got website info up there. Just look up Tank Farm and you'll be able to find all the information you need. Otherwise, that will do it for me here on a Friday. Remember that July 4th sale wraps up on Monday. Otherwise, we'll check back in next week. As always, thank you very much for watching.